Flanagan is the first to speak.
Thank you very much for the report. Very, very interesting, as always. I'll have to read it again just to get more of the detail. When it comes to external forces and pressures, we farmers in the European Union, and you mentioned Irish beef farmers, were given a little bit of relief when Phil Hogan said in May that beef was off the menu. Now, unfortunately, in the last week, we have got a response back through Marian Harkin MEP on Mercosur, where she asked, could beef still be added to the trade offer at a later stage, or is beef completely ruled out of any trade agreement with the Mercosur countries? In a response, Commissioner Malmström stated, it is unrealistic to expect Mercosur to conclude negotiations with the EU without obtaining an improvement in their access to the EU market for beef. Now, this is one hell of an external pressure coming. We thought it wasn't going to come. I'm just wondering what your opinion is on it, and I'd love to hear the opinion of the Commission, because people who are reassured are not very reassured now. Thank you. I don't think I got an answer from the Commission on what this is the first opportunity we've had at the Agriculture Committee to raise the fact that farmers are now beef farmers are getting conflicting information depending on which commissioner they listen to. Is Commissioner Malmström right? Is beef back on the menu, or is Commissioner Hogan correct? Is it off the menu? Because people need to know this, and we need an answer. There are times you ask a question here and you have to listen as closely as is humanly possible, because at times you answer vaguely and you go, I wonder, is that in relation to my question? But can I have a definitive answer on that, and can the beef farmers have a definitive answer on it? Because as Mr Agnew says, now the referendum is over, maybe Mr Hogan might be whistling a different tune. What is the tune? What's he saying? What are you saying? What's your boss saying?
Mr Flanagan. Okay, I can give you the floor.
Thank you, Chairman. Under any other business, just further to what MEP Nicholson said about the idea of having maybe a report done on Brexit, or having a specific meeting about Brexit. I think it's something we need to do, because it's massive. It's for British farming, for Irish farming, and for the whole of the European Union, from the point of view of funding and the amount of money that the UK puts into the Common Agricultural Policy. I think we need a specific meeting on it, or a specific report. You're more this man is far more expert in the mechanisms of this place, what would the best way to do it. But we really need to do it, because here it's discussed nearly as an aside, and I can understand the man who wrote the report didn't want to go down that road today, because it's going to take time to discuss this. It is the one and only thing we're discussing in Ireland, other than not taking the money from Apple at the moment. So we need to do something here. So what are the chances of facilitating that, and what mechanism can be used?
Tak, myślę, że ten temat podejmiemy na spotkaniu koordynatorów.
Thank you, Mr Flanagan. I think that's a matter for the coordinators. I think it's something that is worth discussing, worth thinking about. And between us, I'm sure we'll work out what's the right formula.